sure is hard to believe it took 2.5 years for the Colbert Report to get around to dealing with the water issue.
Welcome back. Folks, my guest tonight invented a machine that purifies water. Nobody tell him about Brita. Please welcome Dean Kamen. Thanks for coming back.
Great to be here.
It's wonderful. I love to see the things you're here to talk about, you and your brilliant team making things up. Now, let me ask you something here. I don't mean making things up. I'm sure you work with hard science, whatever that is. But you make great inventions. Let's get to the subject first. Why is everybody saying that there's a looming water shortage, okay? Why?
Well, how about 50% of all human disease on this planet today is a result of waterborne pathogens?
People drink the water, the disease is in it, and then they get sick.
50%. How about...
Stop drinking water, that's my point. People say we can't go more than 3 days without water. I can go 3 days without oil.
You know?
Which is the more dangerous fluid on this planet? Are there going to be water wars?
If you think the oil shortage has caused stress, emotional, financial, political, wait till you see when people are fighting over water. 10 years from today, there'll be lots of replacements for oil. We'll have photovoltaics, we'll have wind, we'll have lots of things. What are we going to do when you can't get water? As you just pointed out...
Diet, cherry, vanilla, Dr. Pepper. Yep.
Well, here's a piece of bad news.
What's bad news?
Here's a piece of bad news. Just to make an ordinary bottle of water that you were drinking before takes about 5 liters of water to make 1 liter of bottled water. It takes about 50 or 60 liters of water to make some of the other things you drink. It takes about 250 gallons of water going into a cow to make 1 quart of milk. So water is going to be critical to virtually every other thing that you drink.
The argument seems to be we can't afford water anymore.
We can't afford to waste water anymore.
So I should stop watering one of my lawns?
Actually, in this country, people are so lucky that we've gotten to a point where we can afford to water our lawns and wash our cars and let the hoses drip. And most places in the world, people don't have access to that.
But we're not running out of water here. We're not running out of water here. If I could send the water that I waste every day, and listen, I admit it, I love wasting water. Jim, do we have a shot at it? Is my water still running back there? All right, now listen. It's not running out. If we were running out of water, why is just no water coming out of my tap? I think I just nailed your argument.
Well, I would tell you that, again, we live in a country that's very wealthy and has used our technology so, frankly, wisely in the early days that we turned water into a commodity that people think is free.
Now, you've done something you've got an incredible invention here. Tell me what this does.
That box is a vapor compression distiller.
In the middle?
The box in the middle, we designed and built so that with no filters, no membranes, no chemicals. If it's the ocean, you don't need osmosis membranes. If it's shallow water full of bioburden, you don't need chlorine. If it's deep wells, like 1.5 million wells in India with arsenic in them, you don't need any kind of ion collection like charcoal. That box has no membranes, no disposables of any kind. You can stick 1 hose that comes out of it, which I'll show you, into any source of water.
So this thing right here, this is the dirty water?
That's dirty water.
Here?
You stick a hose into anything that looks wet anywhere in the world. A puddle.
The ocean.
A chemical waste site. A latrine.
50-gallon drum of urine.
A 50-gallon drum of urine.
Okay.
And it comes through this machine, and it comes out here as perfect, distilled, clean
But how does it get, I mean, like, so out of here, I can put anything in there?
You can put anything
I
with
could
water
put, like,
in it.
heavy metals.
Heavy metals, hexvalent chrome. You
Poison.
Poison.
What do you want to do with this?
Well, since 1.1 billion people, 20% of the world's population, goes to bed every night sick or thirsty because they don't have access to water, clean water, we thought we'd put these in production, figure out how to get them placed around the world, and we'd wipe out 50% of human disease.
So you're saying nothing can make it from there to there. No substance put in there, except the water, will actually end up in the water over there.
That's
I'm
correct.
gonna put that to the test right now. Okay, hold on.
Let me help you.
All right. I guarantee you that water's gonna be sweet, spicy, and chili flavored.
Well, we'll wait a few minutes and we'll see. In one day, by the way, this machine will make 1,000 liters. It will fill 50 of these 20-liter jugs. And by the way, for those of us in America that take this stuff for granted, even if you had clean water, it cost about $1.25 in energy and resources to move one of those jugs into this building. This machine...
You know how I like to see those moved? Watching a small, pretty girl carry one.
I have
You
to
ever
say...
been to prettyGirlsCarryingHeavyThings.com? Fantastic.
I can't say that
Fantastic.
I have. You got me there.
Okay. Wow. Well, Dean, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Dean Kamen, his water purifier. We'll be right back.